All right, I'm looking at weekly Squardle number 9. So if you're not familiar with weekly Squardle, it's like the regular Squardle, except we are going to have 10 words to solve, and we only get 8 guesses. So you need to get some correct guesses pretty quick, otherwise this ticks down really fast. All right, so for last week's weekly Squardle, I did a challenge where I started with the same word 5 times, and I used stare. Now, somebody had, in the comments, challenged me to do the next one with the words risen, siren, resin, rains, and rinse, which is, of course, 5 words that are all anagrams of each other. So it's kind of the same thing, except the letters are going to be in different orders, as opposed to the same word 5 times. So let's go with risen. Okay, we got a green already, good. Siren. Okay, resin. Lots of reds, that's good. Rains, another green, and rinse. Okay, so now interesting, this middle column here. Okay, so there's no R in the grid, so let's hide a bunch of these R's. This middle column is interesting because we have a bunch of reds, which means the letter is in the column, just not in that position. So it's possible that this middle column is actually one of the other words that we tried. Oh, it doesn't have an E. Okay, so. But it does have, well, it doesn't have an R. Okay, obviously. None of them are the words that we tried because there's no R. So ignore what I just said. But there is an S, I, and N, and the S is not... Okay, the S is not fourth because there's a white S here. It's not third, it's not first, it's not second because of the white S there. So it has to be here. That has to be an S, a for sure S. Okay, good. Now the N could be fourth, you'd have NN, that's possible. Could be third, it can't be second, and it can't be first. So it's either third or fourth. The N, what about the I? The I can't be fourth, it obviously can't be fifth. Can't be third, because of this I, it can't be first. So this is a for sure I, which means that can't be, oh, the N can't be first or second, right. The N is third or fourth, yeah. I mean, I'm inclined to think third, just because we have another N in the 4th row already here, but it could be NN. That's certainly possible. Now S, let's look at, there's a lot of white S's. So is this the only S in the grid right here? It is, this is the only S in the grid at the bottom here because there's no S in the 5th column, the 4th column, the 2nd column, or the 1st column. The I's, yeah, this is the only I as well, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This is the only I and the only S. There's no R. So maybe these were not great words to start with. Okay, and the N, there is an N in the 3rd row. And it has to be either in the 3rd or the 4th column. So either there's an N right here, which is what I'm thinking, or there has to be an N in both of these positions. Which again is possible, you could have an NN, but... Now let's think about the E. So there's an E somewhere in the 2nd row. It can't be first, it can't be second, third, or fourth. This is an E. That's a for sure E. Where else is there E's? There's an E in the 3rd row. It can't be first, it can't be second, it can't be third. So it's got to be 4th or 5th. So unless we have a double E there, we have an E here as well. So there's an E in one of these two. Either one seems equally likely, I think. So that's the only E's, though, in the grid. So we've got the only I, the only S, there's no R. The N is either right there or there's 2 kitty corner here, and then there's an E there and an E in one of these two, and that's it for the letters that we've guessed. So, we don't know very much, is what I'm saying. And we've only got 3 guesses left, so this could be really bad. So I'm gonna do a word just with completely new letters. That's what I'm thinking. We could do something like cough, or laugh. U isn't the best letter to use. The I-N here makes me think this could be a G, so I like the idea of using a G. It's not necessarily a G, but I'd rather use an O and an A than an OU or an AU. But All right, let's just go ahead and do cough. I think that's a decent word. Oh, wow. Okay, that was lucky. The C, O, and H. Now, oh, there's no G. There's no G, so I was wrong about the G possibility here. Now, let's see, there is a U. There is a U. Ooh, interesting. So this has to be a U. Well, it's either this or UN. Oh, so minus. I think it's minus. This, ooh. So I was gonna say cameo, but there's no O. So if that's an M, what's gonna go here? This has to be a vowel. It's gotta be an A. Huh. Interesting. Okay, well let's look at this word, because we know 3 letters, O, I, and E. Those are all for sure letters. So clearly consonants in between. What could that be? Could be something like opine. We'd have another N here. No, there's no N. There's no N. Olive. Olive would work. Now that would put a V over here. What would that do? E. I mean, this could be like event. There is an E in one of these two. Event works there, and ST isn't bad. That could be like hasty. I like hasty there. What's this one gonna be? Coach? Could be another C. Ooh. What's AL something something A? Could this be an H? This could be like aloha. I don't like AONE though. I was gonna say this could be chunk across here. Ooh, this could be camel. Camel. There we go. And then LE. Let's see, if this is a K, this could be leaky. We could have a double E. I don't know what this is gonna be then. Oh wait, leaky is with an A, right? Leaky would be with an A. Yeah. And so then this could be apnea and alpha. I think that all works. Wow, that would be awesome if this was the answer. Now, is there any reason that any of those don't work? I think that all works. So let's try. Let's just go with, should we do the rows or the columns? Let's do the rows. It doesn't really matter too much. Olive? It's olive. This is gonna be right, isn't it? This is gonna be awesome. All right, apnea. Yup, okay. Chunk. That's what that was, right? Yeah, chunk. Chunk, hasty, and camel. Yes. Awesome. All right, so while the 5 words that we started with were not a very good start, it was enough information, and then cough got us a lot. Cough was a little bit lucky, I feel like. Although with laugh, if we had done laugh instead of cough, which is the other one I was considering, I would have had the A here. I would have had the, the L clue in the row. I would have still had the H down here, so I would have also had the A pointing in this column, so I still might have been able to get it figured out, but cough was definitely a really good guess. So anyways, there you go. That was the weekly Squardle for, I think, weekly Squardle number 9. So let me know how you did with this Squardle, and be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon with some more puzzles. Okay, so we got a bunch of reds with house, and now we got a bunch of yellows with flyer. I don't think thonk is a word. No, it's not. Yeah, I think it's gonna be wheel. Let's guess wheel. Oh, it was a wheel. Oh. So close. All right.